What's going on, good people? The Butter
Hey,
Entertainment
everybody.
back again. How y'all doing?
Hey, how are
What's up?
you?
What's up?
Doing pretty
Man,
good.
did the same old stuff, about to drop some knowledge, let people know what's going on in the world. Got light skinned Lou, got Tony, got Belinda, my crew. You know what I mean? So y'all good?
We
We
good.
good.
What's up, ladies? Thanks for dropping in once again. Good to see y'all smiling faces. Got tired of seeing God's face on the screen yesterday. Good to see women on the screen today.
All right, well, we ain't gonna waste no time. Let me get this intro in. We can get started.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Oh man, we in full effect tonight. We got five people soon. We come on. That's what I'm talking about. We must
Okay.
be doing we must be doing something good, Lou, Melinda, and Tony.
And should they see you see these pretty women faces on the screen? You got to jump on, baby, while you can.
It's a smile, and I let the gray grow today, so that's what it is.
Okay. Hey, whatever
But
floats your
anyway,
boat,
you
champ.
know. But anyway, let's get started, man. What's going on in America. Y'all ready to tell people what's going on in America and how y'all feel?
Let's get it.
Sure.
Ready.
All
Let's
right,
do
As long as
it.
they want to hear it,
well,
I'm going
ladies,
to tell it.
we about to start off with some crazy stuff, man. Trump put that lady on Supreme Court for a reason. So the Supreme Court agreed to consider Mississippi ban of most abortion offers 15 years. So the Roe versus Wade might be gone. So what y'all think about that, Melinda?
That's the reason why he put her on the Supreme Court in the first place, to alter the opinion. And they was hoping that this particular case would come before them. And once they judge on it, it will set the precedent and be able to across the board, across the country, change the policies. So she's doing what they intended for her to do. And she was intentionally evasive when she was getting confirmed for that same reason. Because every time they asked her a question, they were like, she was like, you know my stance. No, we don't know your stance. What are you talking about? Explain. This is the place you're supposed to be explaining your stance. Is as if nobody knows you and you're supposed to explain what you stand for. And she evaded that whole thing and went through, they pushed her through. And now she's actually going to be doing what she got put on board for.
Tony, ladies first. Is y'all situation?
Yeah, I agree with Melinda. She is basically doing what he wanted her to do. During the questioning when they were interviewing her, she was very evasive with the answers. And when someone avoids answering something directly, you know that they have an agenda. And it's unfortunate because I believe there's going to be a lot of illegal abortions taking place now. And it's going to be very dangerous because, you know, it's so easy for people to get abortions now. And now that you're going to put some type of law in place, there's going to be a lot of illegal death, abortions and probably leading to deaths.
Lou, what's up?
Man, it's a sensitive subject. It's kind of like a woman's subject, but I got my 2 cents on it. Like you said, he selected her for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to even talk about that. That's how it works in politics. That's why it's important to go out and vote because they're voting in who they want in office to do their dirty work and what their vision is.
Mm-hmm.
The key word is their vision.
Mm-hmm.
And when he selected her, he knew what she was about. She was very evasive when it came time to giving the public information, which we are entitled to because this is affecting the public. So it was like when she was evasive with her answers. For me, it just threw me off. I knew something shady was gonna go on. So yeah, he knew what he was doing when he selected her, man. Clearly.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I totally agree with y'all. And she don't believe in the boy. She got what, 7, 8, 9 kids. You know what I mean? So of course she's not gonna agree with it. And I just they say not don't court packing, but I think the Democrats gonna start packing Supreme Court just to get get
They
shit back in
better.
order, man.
They
They
better
better.
because we behind. Just think the last 4 years we're behind. Like when it comes
Yeah,
to selecting people that's out showing out vision. You
yeah,
know, we
exactly.
behind.
So they better hurry up, or we're gonna be in trouble. All
Yeah.
right, so let's move it on. Let's move it on. Oh man, another question for the young black lady, the young African American women. So there's a lot of killings going on in the United States. Most of them are black men and stuff like that. We ain't even talking about, it's not a police situation. We just want to know, what can African American women do to help the cities, the states they live in, communities they live in, stop their sons from getting killed? What else can they do, Tony?
I really don't know how to answer that. The only thing I could think of is possibly instill in them that life is important. It's not just about you. These senseless killings are just senseless, really, over something stupid. Um, Instill the values of family, what it means to be a family, that you can depend on each other when you're going through something. Um, I don't know. They have to have some type of family values, and they need to value the love from their families.
hmm Melinda, what do you think they can do? What
Try
y'all
to
can do?
instill a sense of community. We have to go back to that because, um, and also the worst thing that ever happened to us was integration. Because when we integrated, our best and our brightest left. They were like, well, I can live in a white neighborhood now, so I'm gone. I'm not going to live with all these people. And the community started to decline, and we weren't able to see our heroes and our mentors and the people that we looked up to anymore because they weren't accessible like they were before. So now it's like, with fathers not stepping up, because it's not just the mother situation. You can't just put it on, hey, the mother got to take care of the kids or whatever. We're taking care of the kids because we don't have no other choice. This is what we're going to have to do. But a man has to be able to be a man and show a boy how to become a man. And if you're not a man in your own right, you can't show somebody what you don't know. And we have gotten away from generations of having examples of what manhood is, because there's no in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, that we should not have come to pass where grown men are seeing young boys with their pants hanging down. I am willing to bet that there has been a way, young boys don't know how to tie a tie. That was a rite of passage. We need to start putting back in rites of passage. Men that know women that have sons, but their fathers are not in the lives, they have to get involved. Uncles got to get involved with their nephews. Fathers got to get involved with their sons. Grandfathers got to get involved with everybody else and say, this is the way. Let me show you. Because if you have to raise yourself, you do the best you can. And some of the children nowadays are doing the best that they can with the resources and the situations they live in. We as mothers have to also take up a level of standards. Figure out who we bringing into our children's lives. If he's a bum, don't bring a bum in front of your kids, because then your kids gonna turn into bums themselves. Because children do more than what they are told. They do what they see. And if they see somebody transitioning through their lives on multiple times throughout their lives, throughout their age range, if you have somebody in the home, 3 people in the home within a 5-year period, that's an issue. And they're not going to have respect for women either, because they're going to, excuse me, but they're going to be, my mama's a hoe. And they're going to treat other women as such. And I'd be damned if one of these little boys treat my little daughter like something crazy, because they're going to have to see me. And not only are they going to have to see me, they're going to have to see my husband, because he don't play that either with his daughter. And they're going to have to see his brothers and her grandfather and my brother, and et cetera, et cetera. It starts with the community. We don't play that in our house. And one of the rules in my house was, When my brother was coming up, because I'm 20 years older than my brother, 20. So he could have been my child himself. By the time my brother was born, I was already engaged. And by the time he was 1, he was in my wedding. So this is the relationship we had. And we set rules and expectations. When I was going to college, I went to college during the summers because California was a whole lot cheaper and I was a resident there, even though I lived here with my husband. So when he was like, "Oh, you can go home to visit your mom," I was like, "Okay, cool. I can stay for the summer and enroll in 3-4 classes." And then when I enrolled in them classes, when my brother was home, I took my brother in a car seat and he was sitting in my classroom. And I was getting my African American Studies degree. So this is where he learned growing up. So now my brother is a social worker. Right now he's working for the Department of Human Services. He already owns a home. He just had a son after 2 years of being married. You see what I'm saying? Expectations. We told him he couldn't bring no white woman home because we don't play that. You're not taking our money out of our community. That stuff y'all was talking yesterday was reckless.
But
and then you wonder why the community is behaving in the way they are because you're telling them that their women is not good enough.
got you.
You cannot talk reckless around young boys because they see what you're doing, they hear what you're doing, and they act as such. Now, Lou, you be the first one to put a foot somewhere if somebody treats your daughter that way. Check yourselves when
But
you
it's
have
reality.
little girls. Yeah, no, that's the reality. You have to check your brothers when they wrong, and you have to set an example so that other people won't be treating your daughter that way.
Exactly.
Because you're gonna be hot if somebody talk about your daughter in any kind of disrespectful way or tell them that they are not good enough because they are not white or they're not submissive. Because I'm not submitting to somebody that don't have their shit together.
All right.
You cannot. So that's why the community is in an uproar. It's not just women's fault. It's not just men's fault. It's the community's fault. And everybody got to pull their weight in order to change something. You can't say you want to change and then you speak counter to what's going to change that.
Lou, what you think?
Hey, she nailed right on the head, man. Structure, man. Whatever happened to these after-school programs, man? You know, these kids now, they're just playing PlayStation and Xbox. When I was coming up, I remember staying in trouble just by being a direct center, staying in basketball, football, baseball, track. Whatever happened to these programs, these after-school programs that these kids so hard, they need it. They need it.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not getting the structure at home, they're going to pick it up from what they see every day, who you have around them or who they be around 24/7. They're going to take heed to that. So I think let's set it best where, you got to be careful who you have your kids around and what they're hearing, what they're being exposed to. Because, I said yesterday, these reality shows, we support it. They're only showing on TV because we're supporting. You stop watching it, it won't get no legs and it won't grow. When they're able to watch stuff like that, this is what's raising them. If you got a single mom, she can only do so much. Just think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be there all the time. So the job, like I said, it's for the community, after school program, mentorship programs, all this stuff that fell by the wayside, man, and of course it needs money. These are the things that need to be addressed when they're passing out these budgets, but they keep that by the wayside because that's always what they've been doing. So for me, it'll be, giving them guidance. You can't ask them to go out and do something that they haven't been exposed to. We want these kids to go out and be successful and do this and do that, but what have you done to put them on that successful path? A lot of parents need if they listen, they need to ask themselves that, your kids only going to do, and the kids going to be kids, but at the end of the day, you want them to be able to have structure and go out and be just a decent person, not out in the streets doing this and doing that, So that's my take, man.
Yeah, I totally agree. First we gotta start with the community. We gotta rebuild the community and start. Everybody gotta start getting together like in the old days. Have cookouts. People get to know each other, kids and stuff like that. And we need to bring back it need to be more Big Brother programs. Somebody to talk to these kids, like Melinda said, interact with these kids, tell them to pull it down. I say it all the time. I tell the kids all the time. I say, pull your damn pants up. They get mad and everything, but I still say it and stuff like that, man, because but it's unfortunate that that's why it's about women, because most of the fathers or brothers are in jail. So who else gonna do it? You know what I mean? The ones that outside, it's little of us left that's out and out incarcerated. You know what I mean? So we gotta start stepping up to the plate to try to talk to these kids. But these kids now, is not gonna listen and stuff like that. So it's like the mother, if the father or the brother's not in the household, most likely it's gonna be the woman. And
Right.
that's what the question is about.
And,
You know what I mean?
right. And by the time they listen, they already got 2 strikes against
They
them.
they already gone, but the community, man, it gonna be hard to do, but we can do it because it's just too many. We're losing too many of us, too many of our kids, too many of our black mothers losing their kids young age and stuff like that. But it's gonna take time. But if people put the effort in and everybody get together, go knock on each other's doors and introduce each other to them and say, "This my kids" and stuff like that, and start having gatherings and cookouts, and then you just be like, "Oh, that's Melinda kid right there. Oh, he acting up. Oh, I'm calling her. I'm gonna whoop. Oh, she gonna whoop his ass." You know what I mean? We used like everybody
how it
used
used
to tell
to
on
be,
me,
man.
so that's how it used to be. But unfortunately, it ain't like that no more. I mean, because most of the kids are having kids, 15, 14-year-olds are having kids. I mean, so and they don't want to deal with that nonsense. They got their life to live. They should have thought about that when they had the kid. But it can work, but it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard.
Like you said, it takes a village, man.
Exactly. So we're gonna move on. The child tax credit starts July the 15th. Y'all women, men, whoever, so happy. So you get $300 a month for every child, 6 and under. You get $250 for every child, 7 to 17 years old. What y'all think about that? More money in people's pocket. Families can have, get more money and stuff like that. And it's gonna last till December or January. I understand. We're gonna let Lou go first, Lou.
I'm going
Cause I
first
see
on this.
Belinda licking her chops.
Hey, look, I get it. The money is needed, but for me, I'm always thinking ahead. That's the money we're gonna have to pay back, man. Trust and believe me. If you're getting that money somehow, some way, it's be going out the back door. For me, and first and foremost, it's to get the economy back rolling. Trust me. Nobody's spending. Well, it's starting to come back around. But this money that they're dishing out, trust me, it's all for a reason. I'm not saying they don't want to help you, but trust and believe me, there's something in the back door. Trust me. So, I mean, I really can't elaborate that much on it because I'm not a woman and I'm not benefiting from it. But trust me, I'm fall for the banana tailpipe. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Tony?
Sorry, I was muted. I don't think that they need to get that much money. That's just me. They're not going to use it to get the kids what they really need. They're going to be out here getting weaves in their hair, nails done, and buying Gucci bags and everything that they don't need. That's what's going to go back into that household. So I'm not for it at all.
All right, simple. Melinda?
Can I borrow somebody's kids?
I knew she was gonna say that.
Let me borrow somebody's kids because mine's 24. I ain't getting nothing. I'm like, dang, well, I only had one kid and then she all grown and stuff. I can't get nothing. She don't have no kids. We all out of that. I ain't even getting no stimulus, so I'm a little salty. And I'm like, so somebody that has like 3-4 kids, they about to get paid.
Yes.
And I'm like working hard and taking care of my business, and I'm not gonna get no money. Because, like I said, can somebody let me borrow some of their kids? Because I got some remodeling. I want to do an extra deck in the back.
Let me
Because I would do some constructive stuff. I promise you. I will not get no weave because my hair is natural. I don't have my nails done. Never have. Everything is natural, so it's not gonna get wasted on me. So let me just hold some of y'all kids like 3 or 4, so I could do some stuff in the backyard that I've been thinking about for a long time. Okay, so all jokes aside, some people actually do need it. There are some people that actually are productive people that are struggling and they actually need the work. Now, we already know they have the people that we talk about all the time, the welfare mothers or whatever, so we don't need to talk about them anymore. But there are some people that do need to be on welfare for some supplemental reasons, because welfare does not mean that you don't have any job or any income, because they just supplement if you do have a job. And there are some people that are out here using that as a tool to get by and get forward. Some people, I don't know them personally, but I've heard of some women who they were on a welfare system and they used it for their benefit. They went to school and whatever, and then they got off of it, but they used it to take care of their kids, and they did the stuff that they were supposed to. We have to stop in a way, and I joked about it, but we have to stop in a way perpetuating that, all we do is abuse the system, because we're the hardest working people on this planet. The only time we became lazy was when we stopped working for free. Yep. When slavery was over, we became lazy, we became this, we became that. And we can't believe that, because each one of us on here work hard. And ain't nobody giving us anything. And we deserve to be given. So if somebody with 5 kids is getting that little $300, imagine what Congress is getting or whatever. So let them get it, because I'd rather the kids and the mama get my money than somebody that is trying to buy an extra yacht. Because either way, this money is getting taken. We done bailed out businesses. Let us bail out these mothers that are in a problem. Yeah, they shouldn't have been having all these kids, because when I had that one, I was like, okay, this is a lot. And I want to go places and I want to do stuff. And I remember when it helps to assist, because everybody's not going to do bad things with the money. But I remember when I waited till I was 27 to have my daughter. And my cousin, she had her son and my other cousins around the same time. So she had 3 kids where I had 1. And I was like, hey, you want to go to Disneyland or Disney World? She was like, I got 3 kids. And I got to pay these child care. And she was like, child care is like $400 a kid. And I'm like, what? Because the military is like $100 a month. And she was like, no. Matter of fact, it wasn't a month for her. It was like $300 or $400 a week. So how are you expected to really get a job and do all the things that if you successfully, you thinking about the next level and you want to do right, but how are you going, you messed up and maybe had a child like fresh out of high school or even in high school. And then a couple years later, because we ain't saying that you was a back having kids, but it could be a situation where you had a kid in high school or right out of high school. And then a few years later, you had a child in your 20s and then maybe one at 25. You still have 3 kids. You're still struggling with that 400 or however much, the child care is. If you're getting minimum wage work, how are you going to pay $400 for each of them children? It's better for you to just stay home. And then the thing is, when they give you public assistance, they don't even give you enough to really survive or thrive. It's just to barely make it.
Just a little bit to help you barely make it.
To keep you in poverty. So at the end of the day, sometimes I'm like, dang, all my money going towards this person. So I have to look at both sides. I'm like, all my money going towards this person, and I'm working hard and I'm taking care of mine, and I might get resentful from time to time. But then when I have to put it in perspective and say, well, if I had 3-4 kids, I'm not going out there to work so I can get all my money back to child care and have nothing else and have no food on the table. So even in public assistance, they got a little bit of money, and if nothing else, they're able to feed their kids.
Yeah.
So maybe this little extra $300 for a little bit of time will give them the incentive to say, you know what I was doing before when I had less than this is not making it for me anymore, because I'm used to this extra money and I'm gonna have to strive and do something else. I'm gonna have to hustle, grind, do whatever I need to do in order to come from the bottom where I'm at, because you're not respected when you're at the bottom by nobody. You're not respected by white people and you're not respected by black people. Because I was sitting up here telling jokes. I straightened it up, but at the end of the day, that's the respect that these people with multiple children get. And right now they're going to get some kind of hope and some kind of assistance. Truly, I was salty at the beginning. I was like, well, hey, if you got 3 kids, you about to be rolling every month. I was like, this ain't a one-time check. Give them a one-time check. But then I thought about it. This could make the difference between their lives changing for the better forever.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that they do everything they supposed to do with it. You know what I
They
mean?
really
Because
need it. They really, like Melinda said, they really need it. So I think, you know, we both joked about it in a little bit, but at the end of the day, they really need it. So I think it's a great thing that they're able to do it, because we just came out of pandemic, and people, you never know, people's lives is just, you know, in shambles right now. So I'm really a big fan of it.
yeah, I hope, you know, they need it. Bills need to be paid. Hope the thing is they're gonna do the right thing with the money. You know what I mean? Pay the bills because everybody behind because of the pandemic. Take care of your
I didn't
kids
do the
with
right
the
thing
money.
with my money.
Take care of the kids and
because when we got
do
this
the right
stimulus
stuff with the
check,
money.
I bought unnecessary stuff because my bills was already paid. So you see people buying crabs with their stimulus check and all kind of stuff. They was doing the most. So we have a different expectation when people are poor, because nobody is saying anything when you have a job and you got this stimulus check, and then you on Facebook with crab legs and all kind of stuff. Say, hey, look at this purse I bought. No one says anything, but if somebody that's perceived to be poor or underprivileged, if they get a little something extra, everybody's like, well, why are you getting extra? You should have been working, and I don't have time to be paying for you. And so we have to change our perception and
Exactly.
hope that they, you know, do the right thing with what they're getting.
Exactly. The bottom line is, it's their money, the government giving it to them, and just hope we just can hope that they do the best thing for it, because it's not gonna last for long. December be here, January be here, be gone, and you be starting all over. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But $300 is a lot of money for people who don't have it.
It's
But
needed, man. It's
you know,
needed,
they need
man.
it. Yeah,
You know, it's
exactly.
needed.
So I'm gonna answer this question first. The South Carolina will allow death row inmates to choose their own death, their execution by electric chair, firing squad, if the lethal injection drug is not available. What the hell is wrong with who in the hell want to choose the way they die? Man, South Carolina be on bullshit. That's why I would never move down there, man.
Yeah.
So okay,
That's why we don't belong down there.
so so I'm gonna be like, oh man, I don't want bullets hitting my ass today. Put me in the electric chair so I can shake like a motherfucker. I mean, what the hell is wrong with South Carolina? So Melinda, you got to choose your own death. Which way you want to die? Either by fire squad, electric chair. I mean, which way you know, we ain't got the drug to shoot your ass with. So Melinda, tell us which way you want to die.
I would eat myself to death. But because my bad health choices is already doing that.
So it's just crazy. What you think about that?
No, but seriously, we cannot still live in a society where the death penalty is still acceptable, because they are making too many mistakes. They're making too many mistakes as far as the law is concerned, and we're the number one person on the death row. And then we find out later after they're gone, where we can revive them, that some new technology happened and it came to pass that person actually didn't do it, or DNA proved that they couldn't have done it, or the person lied, or whatever, and this person is already gone. It is past time for us to stop doing death row and doing death penalties, because we're the only one getting death penalties to the largest extent. And then when somebody else that's not black get the death penalty, the governor always pardons them at last minute. We go full death. There have been a couple of times where death row inmates that got the lethal injection or the execution, they were mentally ill or developmentally challenged, and wasn't responsible for their actions or whatever. How many stories have we been seeing lately where some black man got $10-15 million because they was incarcerated for 20 years for something they didn't do, or they was incarcerated for 20 years because they stole a shirt, or
well, that question is coming up, Melinda. Skip the subject.
Okay.
That's
So
coming
that's
up.
what I. If
Exactly.
I had to choose, which was the question, and I went off in a tangent. If I had to choose, it would be lethal injection. It's the most humane.
Well, Mr. Man say dead is dead. So hey, it is what it is. But
You know
come
what?
on,
Hey,
man. Just give me what you're gonna give me. And Tony, you go ahead.
right.
Cause this shit's stupid.
I have no comment.
Lou,
I
you
just
go
think
ahead,
it's
Lou.
ludicrous.
All right, well, look, man, I'm like you, Lewis, man. No, just give me what's gonna. For me to have to choose, that's crazy, man. Just do what you normally do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just stupid, man. But I gotta elaborate. I gotta start off with Melinda's side. First of all, it shouldn't even be a death penalty because I watch a lot of shows, man, where I forget the name of the show, where they show guys who did 20 and 25 years being exonerated from DNA. So how do we know if these guys who were executed that's on death row, if they were innocent? You know, because these stories they're coming fast. Just think about it, man. I watched the show a lot, so I've seen 2 or 3 guys who was exonerated within like a year's time, and that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So for the death penalty to still be in effect, I just think it's wrong, man. I think it's wrong. So
Yeah, I totally agree, man. But cause all they gotta do is, you ain't even gotta do the death penalty. All you gotta do is threaten certain people. Like where's that? Iraq or Iran, and one of them they cut their head off. You had sex, they cut the dick off, and that'll stop a lot of stuff. You threaten them like that, people think twice. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna come to me and tell me which way you want to die. Just kill me the way you're gonna kill me,
right.
man. South Carolina is the worst place in the world. I'm telling you right now. So my kids gotta get out of there, man. I don't even. So all right, next question. If America, this Tony question, if America and all these other countries have vaccines that's going to waste because they send a lot of vaccine that's going to waste, we're just wasting it. Why we're not helping these other places like Africa, who's struggling? Just on the news, they ain't even got no vaccine. So we got shit that's in storage, going to waste, and they throwing in the trash. We are helping what you call them now? I forgot who it was that all the people was dying.
India.
But what about the other places we could be
India.
helping instead of throwing the stuff away? We're America, right? Even though America not America, Canada not helping. Why are we not helping these other places, these other countries? Tony?
Because they always pick and choose who they want to help. And if it was, I believe, a country that was, I hate to say it, solely white, they probably would rush to aid their health needs. Africa is not as well, as Trump would say, it's a shithole. So they're not interested in helping our people.
Mm-hmm. Not even with the new regimen, new vaccine, the Biden and the gold Kamala Harris routine and all that bull crap. Go ahead, Lou.
Man, it's like you say, they pick and choose who they want to help. Mm-hmm. They do. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they help in India. Why not help Africa? I mean, why not? Like I say, we have it. I understand at the beginning because we didn't understand the numbers that we were dealing with. So I get that. But now that you have an idea of what's needed and what's not needed, then you should be able to ship off and help these countries, man. I mean, from what I know, they've helped one country, which is India. Why not help Africa? Why not help other countries? So I got to go with Tony said, we help who we want to help. That's it.
Melinda?
Tony was straight on point. It's not beneficial to help Africa. They don't have any treaty with Africa. There's nothing to be gained from Africa because they don't have to go into a treaty with Africa because they just take what they want from Africa. Mm-hmm. And then they don't assist in any kind of way. And as for the shithole country, there's no more a shithole country than this one because most of the other countries, when the pandemic happened, they did more than a $1,200 stimulus package or $2,000 stimulus package. They gave them monthly support. And secondly, I ain't too quick to have them ship nothing to Africa because anytime they do anything involving Africa, and Tony hit on this, about the shots and stuff. I was in agreement with you. I just had to get it because, my daughter. But they're not giving anything to Africa on a goodwill. And that the stuff that the philanthropy that Bill Gates and Melinda Gates been doing for years is some bullshit. And I know they doing shady stuff over there because they have billions and billions of dollars that they're willing to do all kinds of research on young African people, and they're willing to give them vaccines and all kind of stuff, just not this one in particular, because they've been giving Africans all kind of stuff for decades. And then on top of that, they were sterilizing them with them vaccines, and they were saying that the WHO organization was giving them AIDS and HIV and all kind of stuff through those vaccines. But they're willing to pay billions of dollars to do whatever they're giving to Africa, but they're not giving them food.
Yeah.
They're not creating fresh water in those areas. And let me be clear, Africa is a continent with multiple countries. So some of those countries are thriving and doing better than we are doing here. It's just not being heard or spoke about because it's not beneficial to carry on this superiority complex that America got going on. But I challenge anybody to say what Bill and Melinda Gates been doing in Africa all these years and why they don't have no water and no food in these devastated areas. And they're not doing anything to solve that.
Well, I can tell you what Bill Gates been doing. He's been cheating on his wife. That's why they're getting a divorce. So let's go to Mr. Man said a lot of them are striving. So next question is, the police officer that used the deadly force that killed Andrew Brown was found not guilty. They have been reinstated and will be retrained. Melinda.
They were retrained to do what?
Shoot more black people.
Retrained to not get caught on camera?
I don't know.
Retrained to how they could turn off their cams, their vest cams. What's the retraining? They talk about retraining, but they don't tell us what the regimen is. You can say you retraining somebody. You can retrain somebody to read if they're not reading to a certain level. You're not teaching them nothing new. You just reinforcing what they already know. I'm not understanding what the retraining they talking about. They should be gone. But okay, don't choke them as hard or as long. What's the training they doing? I'm not understanding. I understand your question, but I'm not understanding this concept of we're gonna retrain somebody that did something horrendous. Put them on desk duty. You done did too much already. When our children act out, we don't put them back out to play with the kids that they did harm to. We tell them they on timeout or sit down in the corner and think about what you did, and they ain't going outside for the rest of the day or the rest of the year or the whole summer, because they got some people that they get punished for a whole summer. Why are we retraining whatever? They did something horrendous. It was against humanity. So no, you don't get a second chance. You messed up. Just be glad you ain't going to jail. You don't get no retraining. Period.
Tony?
Like Mr. Mann said, it's white privilege. And the bottom line is there was no justification in them killing that man. And the reason why they are found not guilty is because they're saying he used his car as a deadly weapon. So it's a bunch of bullshit for real. We will never have our lives regarded as someone else that is a different color than us. This is just the reality that we're living in. So, they'll retrain supposedly so they can learn how to kill us again. That's all.
Lou?
White privilege. Mr. Man said white privilege. Retrain to do what? To do what? To do your job the way. It's just sickening, man. I'm gonna pass on that, man. I'm sorry, yeah. It's just continue to happen, and I'm just gonna pass, man.
We understand.
Hey, man, I understand, but they shot the dude about 30,000 times, and okay, well, we found y'all not guilty of excessive force. You know what I mean? And the video showed that the Mr. His mother said that he did not back into him. You know, he was trying to get away like he was supposed to, and the three officers just lit him up. You know what I mean? So what you gonna retrain for? I mean, it's just enough is enough. But you know,
It's stuff like that.
you got to report what's going on in America, and that's what's going on. The same old bullshit. You know, white officers shoot. Some of them get away now. You know, some of them go to jail. But these three got away with shooting that guy about 17 times. I forgot how many times it was. Damn. So like Mr. Mann said, white privilege. You know, stuff like that. Because we all see that when white people in the same situation. Police just get the stun guns out, the batons, and you know, guys with
And you take them
machetes.
down without incident.
You know, so it's unfortunate, but you know, that's the America you guys live in. Because I'm about to move to Canada. But
This is the reason why the Black Panther came to rise.
yeah. So Melinda,
Yeah.
this question is going to Lou, but this is the question you was about to say. Two brothers, they was convicted of rape nearly 40 years ago. You know what I mean? They was awarded $75 million. Do you think that the $75 million compensate for your time lost is enough, Lou?
Are you saying 75 million each or 75 to split?
75 to split.
I don't think that's enough, man. I just don't. I mean, you give up. How many years they give up?
40.
40 years of their life. And Lord knows, like, to spend that much time in prison for those 40 years, I don't think it's enough. I mean, I just don't. And it's sad that they had to spend 40 years and they was innocent all this time. It's one thing to do a crime and you know you was wrong, so you feel some type of guilt. So you're like, okay, I could do this time. But for you to be innocent and know you didn't do it, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. So no, I don't think 75 is enough. I don't.
Tony?
There's not a price tag that you can put on someone losing years in society for a crime that they did not commit. And I'm trying not to cry. I don't know what can change in order for our Black men to be properly. I can't go on. I just.
Melinda?
Hell yeah, they deserve that $75 million, and they should live good with it. We lose our lives because we're talking about losing our lives for something we didn't do. For how many years was it?
40. Nearly 40 years.
Well, we lost our lives over an air freshener. We lost our lives over a counterfeit $20 bill that they claimed. We are losing our lives on a regular for no reason at all, and they can't recover from it or come out of jail and continue. So yes, give them that $75 million, and I hope they have a blessed, protected life. And I hope that the community protects them, because they could very well go to a stoplight and in a good car and still lose their lives permanently in this society we living in today. So yes, take that 75 million, and I hope they live a wonderful life. I hope, because we are losing our lives anyway. At least they will get to enjoy some aspect of their lives. It's not completely gone, and there's grace in this world. If there is grace in this world, they're going to enjoy that money and they're going to put their lives back together, because we're not going to get reparations. That's the closest thing to reparations for us. So at the end of the day, yes, let them get that money. Let them enjoy the rest of their lives, because other people in just in the last 4 years have lost their lives for a whole lot less and have been innocent just like them. This is a regular occurrence. They're just doing it faster on the street. It's a regular occurrence that they're doing to our Black men. So yes, take the money and enjoy your life the best way you can. That's the best revenge.
I totally agree, but you cannot put a price on time lost. You know what I
can't
mean?
think about
So,
how many times the mother had to come and look
Or a
and
lost
visit
life.
them, and yeah, right,
mhm.
right,
So, they deserve it, but they deserve more. But I'm quite sure they'd rather be out of jail a long time ago than to
right,
get $75 million. But
right,
time has changed. And back then, I understand when Tony can't talk, but back
100%.
then, you know, they ain't had no the stuff we have now, the forensics and all that stuff. Black was automatically guilty. You know what I mean? They was automatically guilty no matter what you did. You know what I mean? So you
but
can't
that
put the
still don't
price on
make
the
it
people.
right though,
You can't
man.
put a price on time. But hopefully they, like Melinda said, they'll get a chance to enjoy their freedom, enjoy the money, go pop bottles, do whatever y'all got to do. Split it with the family, enjoy yourself, man. But yeah, they deserve it. But you can't put a price on it. Mr. Mann said, what did he say? He said PTSD if real, no matter the money, the amount of the money. So yeah, you're right. But this next subject, you probably laugh, and then you probably just shake your head. So it's long, but I'm gonna read it anyway. So y'all know Tesla have that car that drives itself. So a driver fell asleep behind the wheel, so
Hmm.
the police pulled him over. It's not against the law, but the police gave him a citation saying that you can't go to sleep. So one, do you have to you have to have courage to fall asleep with a car driving itself, for one. Two, should it be a citation um if you fall asleep driving your car and other people, around other people?
Hell yeah. Why shouldn't it? I
Go,
mean,
Luke.
you got people. Hey, man, come on, man. I mean, how you fall asleep at the wheel, man? I mean, not
He
only should
said
he
he was
start, you should
tired.
go
He
to
said he was
jail,
tired.
man. Come on. Right, he should have stayed his ass at home then or got a nap or something. I mean, come on, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Come on, man. I saw that shit.
Mhm.
I said, man, these people crazy, man. I just, yeah, you should go to jail for that, man. Fall asleep at the
I,
wheel, like, come on, man. I mean, 'cause I know the car drives itself. But come on, man. Really?
I
It's
got
still
you.
a
Melinda?
computer, man.
Yeah. Melinda, you gonna fall asleep and let the Tesla car drive you around?
No, I don't even trust my backup camera in my car. I still be like making sure because you get the red light the red line, and once you back up to the red line, you got like a certain amount of space, and I still be looking back. I don't even trust my backup camera, so I'm not letting nobody else drive me while I'm sleeping.
Mhm.
Right.
Tony, you don't feel comfortable letting the Tesla brand new $100,000 car drive you around while you sleep?
No, I'm not even going to get in a driverless car.
Right.
I mean, anything can happen. Anything happens when you're driving a car.
Mhm.
So let alone a computer operated vehicle. You
Mhm.
could crash into something. I mean, anything can happen. So no, he needs jail time.
Mhm.
I mean, why are you going out? Like Lou said, why are you going out and you're tired and you just sitting back like you have a chauffeur?
Mhm. Oh, I understand, but I'm
Uber,
say,
Uber. Go Uber, Uber.
That's what I was thinking. If you can pay
Right,
for a Tesla, you can
Uber.
order an Uber.
Right,
exactly.
Uber.
yeah, man. So yeah,
Just
that's
crazy,
crazy. You know what I
man.
mean? The automatic can't react to people walking in front of you or another car coming. You got to automatically stop and stuff like
Right.
that, man. You know what I mean? It just stupid. Just say it. He just was stupid, falling asleep, and like an automatic car can drive you around, and he can't react like you can react. You know what I mean? So it just was stupid.
Right.
But this America, they let stuff get away like that. So hey, it gotta be talked about. So
Country we live
everybody
in.
agree. Everybody agree, man. The place y'all live in, say y'all. But anyway, Tony, you get to answer this question. Target, Home Depot, CVS, and more have dropped the mask mandate. Is it too soon? And I told you so.
I don't care what y'all do. I'm still wearing my mask.
That wasn't the
That's
question.
it.
Was it is it too soon?
Yes, it's too soon.
Okay.
And this is my thing. There's a lot of people who did not get the second vaccination. There's a lot of people who haven't gotten it, me, who have not gotten it at all. But I'm not going to lie or perpetrate and act like I got the vaccine. I'm going to protect who I'm around and wear my mask. So there's going to be a lot of people acting like they have already received this vaccination shot, and they're going to go around maskless because they're tired of the mask anyway. And more people are going to get sick, unfortunately. So yes, it's too soon.
Melinda.
Okay, so I'm vaccinated, and I will be I'll be completely vaccinated on Tuesday. However, they said that I am pretty much safe at this point. Today I went into Walmart and then Home Depot, and I had my mask on both times. I'm not playing them games with them people because we don't know. There haven't been enough study to really say for sure how effective this vaccine is. So I'm not taking no chances on who might or might not have it. And on top of that, I'm not being maskless around people I don't know. I have to know you and trust you that you did get the vaccine for me to be maskless around you. And I know I have a group of friends that I hang out with that I know all of them got their shots because I saw them. They posted it on Facebook. So I was like, okay, I know I can be around them without a mask. But I'm not taking them chances because I don't trust how quickly they develop this vaccine.
Okay.
They have some people that have gotten sick in spite of the vaccine. Matter of fact, Bill Maher just tested positive even after he's been fully vaccinated. That could be a fluke, and they said that could happen. But they said that you could still get the COVID after you're vaccinated. You just won't get it as extreme. It will not kill you. You may not even have to be hospital. I don't want to be sick, period. I don't want to spend no days. I don't want to get the flu. So I'm gonna have my mask on because I hate to say it, but it's the kind of people that be at Walmart is the kind of people that will be not getting shots and saying that they did and walking around without no mask on. So nope, Melinda will have her mask on everywhere she goes if I don't know the people around me.
Lou?
Wait a minute, I shop at Walmart. What you trying to say, man?
So you know what kind of people be in the Walmart. I shop at Walmart, and they be some rednecks, hillbillies in the Walmart where I be going to. I'm like, no, ma'am. I know you don't got no shot, and I know you a Trump supporter.
Oh God, go ahead, Lou.
But to answer your question, man, I think it's too soon now, and I think I can top on what Melinda and Tony said. It's still a lot of people that are out here that's not vaccinated, and for me, the way I carry it is I want to protect myself and I also want to protect you. So I'm going to continue to wear my mask, until this thing calms down a little more. It's come down. Don't get me wrong. It's come down. But I don't think it's to a point where we could just go maskless. No, I just don't. So I think it's too soon, just for the fact of we still have a lot of unvaccinated people out here. So for me, wherever I go, I'm wearing my mask. I'm at the gas station, wherever, because I still want to be here.
Well, I'm vaccinated. I knew all these places was going to open because the economy needs it, and some of these big chain stores are tired of people, all their workers inside their stores. You know what I mean? Patience is virtue, and they don't have patience. But I wear my mask. But I'm gonna tell you, when I'm in Walmart, that's like my favorite place. You know what I mean? Walmart and CVS, I'll be in that joint 24 hours a day. They about to name Walmart after me. So I wear my mask up to a certain extent. If I'm by myself in the aisle or something, ain't nobody around, I don't. But I see these germy ass looking people come, I put that joint on, because I always have it hanging down. But when I see people that look germy and shit, I put it on and it keep walking because, man, like Melinda said, some of these people look germy as hell, man. I'm like, oh God, no, let me. I put it on real quick,
what does Jeremy look like? Hold on, I don't mean to cut you.
Huh?
What does Jeremy look like? What does Jeremy look like?
Like that? I mean, lip all out, eyeliner, man. Them Jeremy ass people come around me, Lou. I
Tony,
pull
you
that
don't
mess
gotta
up
worry.
so
If I'm
quick.
ever around you to protect,
See, that's what happened when you talk about even letting you froze. That's see, she ain't here. You say it again. All right, so this is the last question, and this gonna be like a nice
I will
conversation.
wear my mask to protect you.
All right, so this last question here is going to be something to make you guys laugh and have fun with. So I don't know if y'all heard or not. UFOs is real. So all y'all that doubted that shit, I told you I used to see them every time they flying around your ass. So the UFO in the U.S. and the Pentagon is going to show more videos of unidentified flying objects. So they finally going to unclassify some of the reports, and the military says some of the reporting are real. So Area 51 is real. You know what I mean? Battlestar Galactica is real. V is real. Alien Predator is real. All that shit is real. They up in the sky, but we can't see them. They got the camouflage shit flying. I believe all that shit. Melinda?
Let me get this one. I owe all my friends, my good friends that from the Nation of Islam, an apology. It's a heartfelt apology because they were talking about that wheel. I almost became a Muslim in college, and I was like, I even went to the mosque and everything, and they was like, Farad Muhammad is in a spacecraft, and I said, say what now? And I was like, wait a minute, what did he say? And I was like, no sir, I can't do this. So heartfelt apologies if this is true. Y'all been telling us for years and we didn't want to listen. We thought y'all was crazy on that aspect. I was like, I am down for all of the stuff y'all stand for, the stuff y'all was saying, the self-determination, the protection of women. But you said there was a spaceship and that ain't real. So I am sorry to all my Muslim friends. Well, I don't know about Muslim people believing in that, but the Nation of Islam for sure believed in that. And it was a couple of times in college that I clowned some of my friends, and for that I am sorry.
Tony, UFOs exist. What you think?
I believe that there are UFOs. I was actually watching an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians last week, and Khloe and Tristan were out looking for the UFOs. And they actually saw something in the sky. I mean, I know it could have been something made up for reality TV, but it did seem like there was something in that sky that was, identifiable to a point. So, yeah, I do believe UFOs do exist.
Lou, the military says the reports are real. They're going to unclassify stuff to let you know and to show you and to prove to you finally out of all these damn years that somebody's walking beside you and you don't even know that it look like V.
God damn it. I knew it. Speaking of apologies, all my friends where I grew up, I swear to you, I wish I had their numbers. I call them right goddamn now. Excuse my French, ladies. When I was a kid, I always knew it. I'm telling you, speaking of apologies, they need to be apologized to me. Matter of fact, I'm going to get them all on the show, and they're going to come apologize to me because they always make me feel, they ain't want to play tag with me because I was talking about UFOs and stuff. So I was right, and you was wrong. I knew it.
I apologize on their behalf.
That's right. We're going to get them on the show, and I'm going to get them because I always knew it. I knew it, man, and I got my confirmation when they came out with Independence Day. And I was like, well, you know what? I always knew it, man. I knew it. So we're going to get them on the show, and they're going to apologize to light-skinned Lou in public.
You know what? I had mad jokes back in the day. I was like, only white people get probed. I said, that's a white people mess.
But I'm going to tell y'all right now. Let me tell y'all something right now. I knew it, and I don't care who get mad. You had to be an idiot to think we is the only people in this whole universe. Come on, man. You really think we the only people in this whole universe? But what took them so long? Everybody knew, you know what I mean? You try to hide it now. I think it's coming out next month.
This country's built on secrecy, man.
Yeah,
built on secrecy,
you know what I mean?
Man. Come on.
Yeah, if you wanted to keep something a secret, you should have kept Donald Trump a secret. You know what I mean? But y'all ain't want to keep him a secret.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Fuck that. I want
I
to know
totally
if
agree,
I
man.
want to know if you ever aliens here because all of us saw V, the new V. Did you see how sexy Diana was when she like this?
No, I ain't see that show.
That tongue come out like this. Oh my God,
Oh,
boy, she
yeah,
was pretty.
yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
man, she was gorgeous.
Alright.
Had the low.
She did.
She could have took me out, Alien and that baby.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
God,
probe
she
me,
was
whatever.
beautiful.
She could have probed me. I just been there like this probe.
Who's gonna mess around and get probed? He welcoming the probe right now.
Right.
Oh my
Both
God.
of them.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I'm
but,
good.
you
No,
know,
I don't need no probing.
thanks to U.S. military, thanks to Pentagon, thank all y'all for finally telling people that UFOs really exist. And if y'all exist, please, I mean, show yourself. We already know now. I mean,
No. Don't be calling nobody.
Come on the
I
show.
want to
Please,
see them.
No, don't be calling them in there because we so foolish. They might want to exterminate us. We are a problem. We we can't even handle our own planet.
well,
you trying to
well,
if anybody's listening, we good. Don't come down here because we can't afford for y'all to put the justice that we deserve on us. They need to stay where they at because we are so foolish as a world.
we got North Korea and Kim Jong-un to protect us. You know what I mean? He likes shooting missiles.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but
okay. So all I said was when I was younger, I used to clown in college, but I do believe there's something smarter than us because we're not that smart.
Exactly.
And I'm not welcoming that kind of activity because we're gonna end up in somebody's zoo or farm because we are stupid as a I can't even express that I don't need nobody to come here and see about us.
Well, that was the last
I'm
question.
Like you, Tony, I want to say, put them on the show. I want to bring them on the show. I want to see what they
look here. If they was flying by, we the country where the world where they have to close their windows and lock their doors because they were like, we rolling through the earth. Lock your doors. I need them to stay where they at. Don't invite them.
Look, right now, Melinda, it can be a predator right behind you in this camouflage. You wouldn't even know it.
I actually see it, Melinda.
Yeah.
But
well,
if
they got the technology to put make my paper better. So if they can stack my paper for me.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Hey,
Lewis,
Lewis,
once again,
Hey, before I go, I want to give a shout out to my mom listening. Elizabeth Peterson. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mama Peterson.
Hey, Mama Peterson.
How you doing? But thanks for coming in, everybody. You know, we got to leave with something uplifting because everything in the United States of the world is effed up. See, now I forgot Mama Peterson was looking, so I got to control my language a little bit, you know what I mean? But I curse at Lou later on, you know what I mean? So, thank y'all for coming in, Melinda, Tony, and Lou, you know what I mean? As always, we appreciate it. We got to keep everybody informed what's going on in the world, let us know there's a lot of bull crap going on and, people driving, fall asleep behind cars and aliens here and there, man. Oh God, I'm getting the hell out of America. Y'all can have it. I'm out of here, man. But
I may be too.
Let's take a trip to the moon.
I'll see y'all later, man. I'll talk to y'all again Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. Bye, people.
All right.
I got it. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you.